And Hillary Clinton is making headlines for a grim warning she gave queer couples during an episode of the Raging Moderates podcast. Get married while you can. She said she predicts that just like abortion, the legality of same-sex marriage will become a decision that is up to individual states instead of a national right. This comes after the Supreme Court received a formal ask to overturn the ruling that legalized same-sex marriage in the United States. 10 years after Kentucky County Clerk Kim Davis was jailed for denying marriage licenses to same-sex couples after it was legalized, she is continuing her efforts to appeal her case and ask justices to reconsider Obergefell versus Hodges, which is the ruling that allowed marriage equality in the first place. Davis, who says her Christian faith prevents her from accepting gay marriage, has tried and failed to appeal her case before. This new petition for certiorari raises several issues, including whether Davis can be held liable for denying the licenses because of the First Amendment's religious protections, and states that Obergefell versus Hodges was wrong, asking the court to revisit and reverse it. CU Boulder law professor Scott Skinner-Thompson says that while he does not think the court will overturn this ruling in the near future, despite several forces against it and the willingness of some justices to reconsider it, he says this case does reflect the fact that queer rights are under assault in the United States.
The fact that we're even talking about this a mere 10 years after Obergefell was decided demonstrates that queer rights are vulnerable generally speaking, and that all minoritized groups' rights are vulnerable, generally speaking. And it highlights that all of our identities are tied together, right? When women's rights are eroded, that leaves LGBTQ individuals vulnerable. You know, there's a tendency to think, oh, well, to view identities in these silos, but they're not silos. And when protections for one minoritized group are chipped away at, that leaves entire communities exceedingly precarious.
Skinner-Thompson says so far justices have only requested a formal response from those who initially sued her for denying them marriage licenses. The court has not yet agreed to hear her case, which takes 4 justices to decide.